Welcome back to Just Maria D. Today I'm going to teach you how to make these cute little fabric pumpkins. I have started with fat quarters that I bought from Aldi for $3.99 for the bundle. Here is one I made earlier for demonstration purpose. I found these So Crafty fat quarters at my local Aldi store. They cost me $3.99. Here I'm using a ballpoint pen to just trace around a dinner plate to get the size that I want. You can make any size pumpkin. As you saw, my last one was a little bit smaller. I am now going to cut around the edge of the circle that I have drawn using pinking shears. I have decided to use these in the hope of cutting down the amount of fraying that I experience with this project. You don't have to use them. Ordinary scissors will do just fine. When I was in Aldi the other day, I also managed to pick up a cutting mat and a circular cutter, which would have been a great thing to try with this project, but as I said, I wanted to make sure that I minimized the amount of fraying. Lay it out ready for stuffing and stitching. You will need to have a proper doubled over piece of cotton with a knot at the end. Those people who are new to my channel, I just want to explain the snoring dog under my desk. There is always one, and I do apologize for that. Her name is Bella, and she's a 7-year-old King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. It is time to make your stitches. As you can see, I'm trying to make them as uniform as possible. They are not big stitches, they are not small stitches, they are not pulled very tight, just tight enough at this point to gather my fabric together. You will know that you're doing it right because your fabric will start to gather up and it will begin to look a bit like a granny's cap as you go. Once upon a time that would have been a very apt description, but I don't know very many grannies that wear those anymore. I don't know what to tell you, I'm at a loss now. But as you can see, it does gather up. What we are going to do now is stuff it. Stuff it real good. I've just used a pillow stuffing. I was talking to people about this today on Facebook and someone suggested making some with sweets for their kids. I thought that was a pretty cool idea as well. Shame I didn't have it earlier. I could have done it. But for now, I am just stuffing the pumpkin. I have added a very expensive twig that I found in my back garden, and now I'm just stitching it in place somewhere almost on the screen. Not quite, I really must work on that. Final stitch has gone through to the base of the pumpkin and I'm cutting it off. The reason I have done it this way is so that any loose bits are dangling about in the pumpkin and not on the pumpkin. As you can see, the one I made earlier, I pulled string around the outside. What I have done here is I have free cut out some leaves in contrasting colours for each pumpkin, and I'm just stitching them on. I have seen all kinds of different ways of doing this. People have glue gunned the stems in, people have rolled stems out of felt, people have made felt leaves for their pumpkins, but for me, I'm going to stick with the contrasting colour because I want a modern looking pumpkin for my display in my hallway. I have actually got some more traditional looking pumpkins which I dry felted or needle felted, which there will be a video about later on in the month for a collaboration that I'm taking part of. But for now, you're going to have to enjoy my fabric pumpkins. These did not take very long to make. They are very simple craft. You could definitely do these with children. And again, I need to work on my camera angle. This is what happens when you do crafting first thing in the morning. Okay, we are slowly stitching on those leaves. For this one, I have used 2 separate leaves. For my other one, I used one piece of material that I then gathered in the middle and stitched on that way. This is how they look when they're finished. I'm really happy with them, and I went on to make an even bigger one for my display, which you can see at the back there. I've been Maria D. You've been awesome, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.